right, Sam. Let me give you a rundown of your new job. The big one. It's the same deal as America. The people here are isolated. The cities are cut off from one another. And so, to bring all of Australia into the chiral network, we want you to cross the continent and link up key locations using your Cupid. To begin with, you'll connect several facilities in sequence on your way to the closest city to here, West Fort Knott. Charlie will brief you on the order that will take you to the first facility.
Your first destination is home to what they're calling the government. They seek to establish a new administration to fill the void left by Australia's collapse. As the concept of formal governance is a distant memory to most, they opted for a simple name. These people are currently suffering from the effects of severe chiral contamination. But with UCA technology, they should be able to make a full recovery. The cargo you'll be entrusted with contains everything they need for their treatment. If we can deliver it and earn their trust, they should be amenable to joining the chiral network. Needless to say, it's their business to know the current lay of the land, and we would benefit from their support. We're already seeing anomalous chiralium readings throughout Australia. There's even a BT area not far from where we are now. A BB pod should allow you to use your Ultradeck to ascertain the location of BTs, but it's unclear if that pod will function correctly at this time. Proceed with the utmost caution.
Charlie may be our patron, but he likes to get his hands dirty whenever he can. He's been an excellent advisor to us as well. I say this to assure you that any instructions Charlie gives have been discussed with and approved by me. All right, let's get to it. Review the details of the main order on the delivery terminal.
Updating with new data supplied by drawbridge from outside chiral network coverage. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Sam, this is Charlie. APAS has been analyzing your actions so far, and it seems it's added some new upgrades tailored to your preferred way of working. It's my understanding that additional servers are currently being installed on several beaches, which should result in a marked increase in APAS's processing power. Due to the timeless nature of the beach, the potential to boost APAS's capabilities is infinite. Its analysis will therefore grow more comprehensive as you complete more orders, meaning you can expect additional enhancements to become available soon. Experiment with them and see what you like.
APAS enhancements are now available.
are nearby. Keep an eye on your other deck's movements as you proceed.
Привіт, привіт.
Stop now! River's rising. We mustn't underestimate the potential risks here.
Process your orders and requests.
Aren't you? So you really came, eh? Cut straight through BT territory just to bring us our cargo. That's quite a feat. Been waiting a long time for someone like you to show up. Let's see how well you were able to handle our delivery. I could tell at a glance that you took good care of our cargo. Thanks for all your hard work. Time after time you've been there for us. You're a saint. Like everyone says, you're a man people can count on. Already put that decontamination unit to good use. The chiralium levels had really gotten out of hand, so you couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks. Anyway, go ahead and connect us with that Cupid or whatever it is.
Now displaying your current order grade.
A chiral communications transmission. With this network at our disposal, we might be able to make our dream a reality. We want to build a world where even the weakest among us have a chance. A world where people come together to stand against those who embrace violence. Ever since the Death Stranding, this continent has been afflicted by terrible environmental changes. It was bad enough, but out of nowhere, the anomalies became a hell of a lot more dramatic. Skyrocketing levels of chiral contamination. Those bloody watcher things coming out of the woodwork. Didn't realise it at the time, but the escalation of all this insanity coincided with the UCA's connection to the network and the appearance of the plate gate. The chiral network is causing instability beyond the reach of its coverage, which means the only way to fix it is to link up all of Australia. At least, that's what we here believe. To support your efforts, we've shared the data we have about the continent with your people, information about the brigands and so on. Use it to the best of your ability. We're not doing any better than the UCA or Mexico, I'm afraid. Only difference is the presence of armed belligerents we call brigands, as well as a new type of BT we've been seeing all over lately. The brigands have been trying to bring us to heel and are a right pain in the ass. They've got an irrational enmity for new tech like the chiral network, you see. They've also been seeing major earthquakes all over the continent. as well as devastating floods due to heavy timefall. You can have your work cut out for you while you're down under, that's for sure. Due to our proximity to a BT area, this shelter was subject to significant chiral contamination. Said area has also been the source of a new type of BT. Unlike the usual sort, these ones are able to see us. Clear as day. As such, we've taken to calling the buggers Watchers. And they're every bit as dangerous as any other BT. You're going to want to steer clear at all costs. Take the bowler gun, for example. With our data, we were able to improve and refine the design of the APAC standard issue model. You can charge it now to fire projectiles with a narrower spread. Perfect for taking down hard-to-reach targets with precision. And then, there's backpack customization. We've developed a number of unique attachments that can be equipped to the pack you're currently carrying. Stuff I guarantee will give you an edge in a fight. You might consider bringing this gear with you when you're prepping for your next run. Oh, and last but not least, we've patched through an Odradek update that allows its sensor to pick up living beings and other entities. It's an improvement that builds on the sensor's existing functionality. Anything it detects will be visible to you as a silhouette for a brief time. I'm sure it'll come in handy down the road. Before I forget, there's a request I wanted to send your way. I know you're eager to hit the road and make progress, but I promise you, this is more than worth the trouble. It's a delivery for the lone commander, who lives not too far from here. He's an old ally who provided us with support for all matters military. He's also a crack shot with a sniper rifle. But after this and that, we went our separate ways. And he retired to a shelter off to the east. Can be a hard man to please, but if we could enlist his help again, I'm sure he'd provide us with all kinds of useful information. Data and schematics that might prove invaluable for your work. Especially if you're the type who likes to fight first and ask questions later. Should help us all combat the brigands at damn sight more effectively in any case. I've filed this request as a sub-order, so check the terminal if you're interested in taking on extra work.
That was excellent work, Sam. With the government now part of the Cairo network, we've successfully completed the first step in our journey to connect all of Australia. I want to thank you for making this possible. Well done. To extend network coverage as far as West Fort Knox, our next order of business will be to link up the Western Environmental Observatory. The associated order is ready for you. This one may well place you in considerable danger, so be sure to take extra care when selecting your equipment. Access the delivery terminal here to pick up this main order and get underway.
То там вообще, да, вчора там, типа, Сем каже, я не довіряю манекену, а він каже, ну скажи, кому довіряєш, я візьму його внешній вид. Такий, блядь, перечислив всіх. Ну, наивный такий парень.
Sub-order is now available for you. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. This cargo has been designated breakable.
Hello, Sam. This is Charlie. To aid you in your future orders, we prepared porter suits with camel patterns tailor-made for the Australian environment. We've also provided you with a new basic porter suit with customizable colors. Moving forward, I imagine you'll want to adjust your appearance based on the terrain and your personal preferences at the time. Try experimenting with your options.
Gotcha. We're all rooting for you.
Sam, I can perform reconnaissance for you if you like. After all, there's no telling what might be waiting for us ahead.
Thanks for the help.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam. I will always support you. the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
wasn't expecting a porter of all people to drop by. Most folks would have had Buckley's chance of making it out this far. Betting it was the government that sent you my way. They've got an eye for talent. That's a bang-up job you did. Well done.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I appreciate what you've done for me, really. But I'm afraid I can't agree to becoming a part of this chiral network of yours. To be frank, I don't trust you drawbridge people yet. There's also no end to the dangers in these parts. And if you haven't got what it takes to face them, you'll die like all the rest. Complete my latest order, though, and I might be persuaded to reconsider. If it strikes you as an unreasonable request, you may as well go home now. There's no shame in recognizing when you're out of your depth. You gotta know what you can and can't handle if you want to survive out here. All of which is to say you shouldn't go off half-cocked and throw your life away. Are we clear?
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route. Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
це смотровики. Чи якось так вони їх називають. Це типа бійці, які вміють бачити, не тільки чуть. Тоді нахіра я закриваю, ну, дихання, я не розумію, ну це таке.
Like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
managed to bring it back, did you? I'm genuinely surprised. Let me get a closer look at it. Good on ya. Couldn't have asked for better. You are no average porter, mate. I suppose I ought to hold up my end of the bargain. Get out your Cupid and finish the job.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So this is what it's like being all hooked up and wired in. At any rate, looks like the schematics for my trusty shooter and darling little smoke grenades are in your hands now. The form is a custom design of mine. Uses tranquilizer darts. Makes a hell of a bang when fired though. So keep that in mind. Just a shame our paths couldn't have crossed sooner. Maybe this world of ours wouldn't have been so divided. And maybe my mates wouldn't have had to die. Hey now, don't knock them till you've tried them, alright? Granted, you can't neutralize an enemy with one. But they are effective at blinding them and giving you cover. Far more than you probably realize. And even if they do open fire, you'll find that their chances of actually hitting you are slim to none. Which means that even if you've alerted them with one of your own shots, you'll have no trouble disengaging and repositioning. Properly utilized, they're a great tool for disrupting enemy attacks and buying you room to regroup. Furthermore, if you happen to have a sensor or something similar on hand, you can use it to track enemies through the smoke, making things pretty one-sided. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Or, if you're the kind of bloke who'd rather get up close and personal, you can chuck one at their feet, waltz right up to them unseen, turn a firefight into a fist fight. I assure you, once you've learned how to use these little beauties to their full potential, you'll have a heap of new tactics at your disposal. Experiment, see for yourself. It may sound like a bit of a yarn, but my friends and I supported the government's plans to rebuild Australia. To defend ourselves against those who had other ideas, we had no choice but to take up arms. It ended up costing most of us our lives. All because of me. The commander. You've seen what became of them. My mates are the watchers scattered all over this hill. Mixed in with all the enemies we slaughtered. And for what? Deep down, we were all the same. Blokes who called this land our home. Was it worth all the struggle? All the bloodshed? For the world we shared to be reduced to this? So, I left the military behind. Decided I had to go it alone. I had to figure things out. Were we all just doomed to die and become watchers? Was that the only way for us to come together? Now, fuck that. There was another way. Before it all went to hell, we should have tried to find common ground. And now, with your chiral network, that might finally be feasible. Working with the government too, maybe. For all that and more, I hope you don't let me down. My sniper rifle. It's configured to fire tranquilizing rounds.
An ideal choice for those who prefer to get the job done without undue bloodshed. Bit of advice though, make sure you engage your enemies at a healthy distance. That's not a silenced weapon, so fire too close and they'll be all over you before you have time to react. And don't think about taking a shot until you've planned your next move. Any sniper worth their salt stays mobile, constantly securing new vantage points to evade detection. Ah, and always remember to account for bullet drop when shooting at extreme ranges. In a nutshell, you might need to aim at a point a notch or two above your target, depending on the distance. And finally, you want to hold your breath to steady your aim before gently pulling the trigger. Having left that life behind, I've no need for guns any longer, but that doesn't mean they can't be of use to you. Righto, Sam. I know you got places to be, but an order just came in that caught my eye. Seems our friends over at the government shelter might be in a bit of strife. If you're willing to look into it, you can review the details by checking the sub-orders on the delivery terminal here. Might be a good occasion to fabricate a sniper rifle with the data I just shared, if you take my meaning. Anyway, think it over, would you?
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
A word of warning, Sam. That sniper rifle doesn't appear to be equipped with a suppressor, meaning it will make considerable noise when fired. Take care not to attract the enemy's attention. Wait, we're not missing some cargo, are we, Sam?
so.
What you said.
Okay.
Я, короче, утром бував ногою, бачиш? Якось там воно получилось. Так, а куди мені їхати? Правительство. Окей. Вона зараз не урониться все по пути. Бач, дошел. Еле-еле, да-да-да. Ну, блядь, 137 кило. Что ж ты хочешь?
Well. Retrieved that cargo from those troublemakers, did you? We're all very grateful. Now, let's review the order details. This cargo is in exceptional condition. We'd given up all hope of ever seeing this. I'm so glad. I want you to have this data. It'll help you in your work.
Я вибачаюсь, ти бачиш, що мені дали за те, що я притащив 130 кіло? Уменьшающий вес рюкзака, повышающий грузоподъемность Сэма. Будь ласка. Це ми таке візьмемо.
We've designated more materials for your use. Don't hold back on our account.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Капець плюшок понадавали.
Got our hands on those bastards' gear now. And it's all thanks to you. With this tech, we should have no trouble whatsoever monitoring and tracking their movements from here. Also, something tells me you've earned the Lone Commander's respect. Call it a hunch, given you more imposing aura. I reckon the Golden Fist and the Island Inventor will be keen to meet with you. You're damn right I do. His skills as a soldier and leader were second to none. A marksman like you wouldn't believe. And not just with a rifle either. He once captured an enemy outpost with nothing but his custom handgun for company. If you can find a way to gain his trust, I'm sure he'll have something of value to teach you. But the poor bloke still holds himself responsible for the death of his comrades. Wrongly, in my opinion. The way I see it, if he couldn't save them, then no one could. He's a combat specialist who used to be stationed at Cape Fort Knot, which was a settlement located to the north of West Fort Knot. Anyway, he was a champion boxer, so he excels at close-range engagements, as one would expect. One time, when he heard a group of trigger-happy arseholes were getting ready to attack Cape Fort Knot, he went out alone and took the lot of them down with his bare hands. I'm honestly not sure how he's getting on these days, but if you could bring him into the chiral network, you would gain the support of a powerful ally. Strange sort of fella, if I'm being honest. He set up shop on an island he never leaves so he could devote himself to his research. And if you head north from here, past West Fort Knot, you'll come across a lonely island just off the coast. As for this research, I've only met him once myself, and I couldn't make head nor tail of whatever the hell it was he was trying to build. But perhaps you'll have better luck than me if you decide to pay him a visit. This is a chiral anti-gravity device that can be attached to your backpack. Slap it on and your cargo will feel significantly lighter. And the more of them you use, the more noticeable the effect becomes. Any porter ought to appreciate a piece of kit like this. I'm sure you'll be a big fan.
Order completed. Well done.
Так, кофе-брейк 20 минут, і потім буде зачистка. Будемо зачищати. Там якийсь город, нічого собі. Ніхера собі, нам дадуть якийсь город здоровий. Все, супер, короче, перерва. Ну, короче, я сейчас остановлю стрим, щоб відосик розділився. І следующий ми почнемо з зачистки того аванпоста. Короче, через 20 минут, я думаю.
Одна кредитка, ипотека, жена домохозяйка Оливия, дочь подросток с социальных